Hell, did it turn?
In a time not too long ago, in a place not too far away, there once lived a magic man, and Everett was his name. His beard was unkempt, his clothes nearly rags, and a very special hat, he'd tell you, came from his dad. He was always polite, being sure to say thank you. He never talked when someone else was talking. He thought it quite rude. Be sure to show love when he is around. It's love that makes him real in our hearts where he is found. Enter the Jenkins twins, one Gene and one Sam, coming together with a diabolical plan. With the crash of a pan and the roll of a truck, out went the maid with feathers on her butt. See, Gene and Sam were a peculiar bunch. Yes, they were twins, but they didn't share the same mom. Adopted with love from two caring souls, at their wits' end, or so I've been told. The third maid in 2 weeks, leaving smoke in her trail. Their parents were furious, but they had nothing to tell. After being sent to their room, they thought they heard a knock at their door, but they traveled to their window to hear a charismatic hello. Look up and don't look down, to turn that frown right around, jump in the air and clap 3 times. Gene looked to Sam. What's with this guy? A man of many talents, wouldn't you agree? As he began to float through the room, the floor never meeting his feet, the twins couldn't believe the things that they had seen. A man with boundless magic and a voice so serene. "Why are you here?" said Sam to the man. He simply replied to lend a hand. And just like that, he was gone in a flash, while Gene and Sam still had so many questions to ask. The days passed, with no sign of the man, until one day they heard that peculiar knock again. They went to the window to see if he was there, but then their parents yelled for them to come downstairs. In the doorway stood a man with a big bushy beard, with a bow tie and a vest, smiling ear to ear. "It's him," they exclaimed. As they ran to the door, he kneeled down to greet them, but not like before. That great big smile was now upside down. "My name is Everett, and I'm the new sheriff in town." The twins fell to the floor, laughing one over the other. Everett snapped his fingers to silence the mutter. It's extremely rude to laugh during someone's introduction. We'll have to revisit that in your etiquette lessons. The twins looked puzzled. This was not the same man. He was boring and crass with leather gloves on his hands. "We'll see you tomorrow," shaking hands with their parents. Then he tipped his hat to Gene and Samuel. "Who is he supposed to be?" the twins said to their parents. "He's our new secret weapon to help mind your manners." After dinner, Gene and Sam had another diabolical plan to rid themselves of the crazy magic man. By tomorrow's end, he'd be nowhere in sight. Gene and Sam plotted, and they plotted through the night. The very next day, the twins watched and waited. They thought he wouldn't show, which made them quite elated. Destroying their room in a joyous celebration, they had already won. Everett had been shaken. But that knock of all knocks came once again. They knew it was time to get rid of the magic man. At the base of the stairs, their parents bid them farewell. The twins waved and smiled with a secret to tell. They approached the man in the bright blue hat. The Jenkins grew curious, but so was Everett. He met their steps, pace for pace. The Jenkins grew anxious. He had more beard than face. He reached out his hands to greet Gene and Sam. Gene exclaimed, "We don't know you, man." He put his hands in his pockets and exited the room. He roamed around the house. The twins were quite confused. He pulled from his vest a list a mile long. It went up the stairs and over the stove. "We'll start at the top and work till the end. Only then can you see your friend again." Gene looked to Sam and Sam back to Gene. "The magic man can't be real." "Oh, he's real. Real indeed. The magic man is crazy and talks with such style. You can't be him. Have you ever even smiled? Look up and don't look down. To turn that frown right around, jump in the air and clap 3 times. Now you've heard my feel-good rhyme, and yes, it makes you feel so divine." Gene and Sam's eyes grew wide with wonder. Could Everett and the Magic Man be one another? Your parents are tired. They feel they're going insane. Being crude to others is no way to behave. Jean and Sam folded their arms. It's not that bad, Sam scolded on. But it is, my friend, and I can show you the way. I'll teach you the keys to use the magic every day. So we can float around the room? Jean asked with such passion. You can do anything that your heart can imagine. But once we begin, there is no turning back. Once you choose the magic, you must give to the max. The Jenkins twins huddled, discussing their plan. Heads up, heads down. Okay, we're in. Everett shook their hands as his plan came together. The twins were about to witness something truly special. To reach the magic, we must finish the list. All the tasks, without resist. To begin, we must close our eyes and open our heart to see what we find. This is not a normal list, but you are not normal kids. This is going to push you to be the best of the best. Everett looked to Jean. What do you see in your heart? I don't see anything. It's just really dark. What about you, Sam? What do you see? I can see myself playing with Jean. You find great joy in time with your family. You're that much closer to using the magic. But the list is so long, Jean said to Everett. We'll never reach the magic. No, you won't when you think like that, kid. Look in your heart just one more time. What do you see when you close your eyes? When Jean closed her eyes, she began to see. I can see the magic looking back at me. Everett said, then the first step is complete. Open your heart to see what you see. All afternoon, Everett crossed things from his list, from working together to cleaning a dish. The tasks on the list became fewer and few. The twins didn't notice all the lessons they'd consumed, from opening the door at the lady at the market to saying thank you to the ice cream man. Jean and Sam were trying so hard, they were finally starting to understand. It felt good to be polite and see other people so happy. The twins did it without being told. Everett's plan was working. Everett pulled out his fancy gold pen and the mile-long list that he kept in his vest. There's only one more task that you must complete, and the magic is yours to use as you please. When they arrived back home, the three walked to their room. They opened the door to see a room typhoon. To reach the magic, you must beat the clock. Clean your room before the timer stops. Jean and Sam looked at a jungle of destruction. Mountains of toys and clothes erupted. The twins looked to Everett. We won't let you down. I'm sure that you won't. The timer starts now. The Jenkins twins cleaned from sunup to sundown. We're not going to make it, Jean said to Sam. Sam went to Jean. It looks impossible, I know, but if we work together, we'll have it under control. Jean took his hand, and they went back to the task. Then time stopped when Everett walked in. I've been around the world and met a lot of different families and kids, but not one child has ever completed the list. I knew when I saw you the magic was there. I only wanted to show you how to care. Your parents love you dearly, and it shows in their smiles. Now you can show them that you can walk the same mile. Showing respect and understanding to those you encounter, that's the true magic, and it's always astounding. Everett walked over to the twins and asked, "Are you ready?" Sam yelled, "Yes," but Jean hesitated. "I really want to thank you for all we did today. I know we can be pains, but I promise we'll change." At that moment, Everett's mouth did something strange. He began to smile, and the room began to shake. The bright blue hat became loose on his head, and his bow tie dropped down like a scarf around his neck. His vest became long as his feet left the ground. His leather gloves became wool, with his fingers cut out. With a big flash of light, the twins uncovered their eyes to see the magic man floating with a big surprise. "You're here," they said. Sam and Jean were so glad. "I've always been here," exclaimed the magic man. "You needed me now, more than ever, so I came up with a plan I thought was quite clever. I'd show you the magic of respect and manners, all the doors you can open, I knew that you could handle." "So how do we use the magic?" said the twins to Everett. "I tried to tell you the very first time, but you guys weren't listening. Close your eyes and repeat after me. Look up and don't look down. To turn that frown right around, jump in the air and clap 3 times. The magic is in you. You only have to try." Jean and Sam did as they were told. When they opened their eyes, the floor was far below. The three grabbed hands and flew out the window. Time was still frozen. They enjoyed this tempo. Creating something from nothing, the magic flowed through their fingers, watching their dreams become reality. Presidents, astronauts, teachers. Everett's loud laughs soon became silent. He knew what came next, and it was always the hardest. "What's the matter, Everett?" Sam asked the magic man. "Your parents will be returning soon. It's time our adventure ends." "That's okay," said Jean, with a smile on her face. "I got to moonwalk on the moon, and I saved the human race." "It was such a fun day," Sam said excitedly. "But after all that fun, I could use some sleep." Everett carried them both across the city sky, waking them at home to finally say goodbye. "Please stay, Everett. We don't want you to go." "I'm only here when you need me, not when you don't." "I've had more fun today than I've had in years. I rediscovered the magic, and I made 2 new friends." His clothes became normal as their parents grew near. "Remember where you found the magic, and I will be there." The twins greeted their parents when they walked in the door, their parents astonished, the house clean from roof to floor. "Did they give you any trouble?" their parents asked with hesitation. "Miss Jenkins, your children were perfect. Complete satisfaction." "Thank you, Mr. Everett. I hate the day is done." The twins ran to hug him. "I hope you'll come back real soon for more fun." Everything froze just one last time. "If you really need me, just look inside." And just like that, he was gone once again as the Jenkins waved goodbye to the magic man. The Jenkins parents were shocked to see the children's new view. "What happened today?" "Everett just told us the truth. Sometimes we're not the best, and we know it's hard on you, but we promise to do better, to thank you guys for all you do." Showing respect and understanding to those you encounter, that's the true magic, and it's always astounding. Jean and Sam kissed their parents goodnight, running up to their room to look in the sky. They looked and they searched, but he was nowhere to be found, as they lied in bed and thought of their new friend from out of town.